Ciao. Hopefully this is working. Hopefully, hold on me. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know if you can see me, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. As long as you can hear me, that's all that matters. Welcome. If you are new to my channel, I'm Zoe. This is Divinity Within Me. Welcome back. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks for being here. Happy New Year. Yeah. Or at least Gregorian calendar style New Year. So we just had this amazing full moon. I don't know if you guys felt a lot of the energy. I felt a lot of the energy. And our first full moon of the year is a Cancer full moon. What does that mean? The full moon is like the culmination point, the point where everything's picking up, everything's being illuminated, right? And like all these things that were maybe in the dark are now being brought to the surface. And, there's clarity. There's clarity coming in. And also being felt, So Cancer is a water sign. So it's going to have to be dealing with our emotions to some extent. Now, Cancer is also ruling kind of like home or like family. Cancer is always the one that goes around with its home on its back, So these home and family vibes, like what you feel internally from what feels like home to you, and that's on every level as far as like, your sanctuary, where you live, people who you surround yourself with, even doing what you do. A lot of the energy right now is really us like exercising, like what is bringing us the most joy or the most passion, and how can we follow that? How can we take that passion, that love, that flame, and share that gift with the world, right? Because we're giving a lot more. We're giving a lot more if we are able to like share our gifts, right? And I think we get more out of it too when we can teach other people, or just like share our joy with other people, the things that make us happy, and, just kind of spread that, because it's making us happy. It's making them happy. It's like spreading the love. It's raising the frequency. So full moon is all about our soul, our self, our emotional, our inner being, our inner workings. And then we have that mix in Cancer. So it's going to be really about like our relationship to kind of everything, like relationships, home, work, and what are our relationships with those things? Like, do we feel good? Do we feel safe and secure in those places, with those people, in those situations, doing those things? Because this is the highlighted, energy that we need to kind of tune into. Now, it's also happening under the sun sign of Capricorn. Now, Capricorn doesn't really like to deal with their emotions, right? Capricorn's the more of like adapt and overcome, just put it to the side and like move along. There's like tasks at hand that need to be done, and there's only so many more hours in the day. So like, we have to take that into a factor, that the sun is in Capricorn. So it's not going to want to do the emotional work. So if you're feeling or have felt really intense energy since the year has begun and all of this, it's because of that. So what is this about? It's about our internal work that we need to be doing right now, right? Cancer, Capricorn's all about like work, regiment, what we need to do to get everything moving. So, and then on top of that, we have Mercury in retrograde and Mars in retrograde. So what does this mean to us? Both of these planets are pretty close to us, so we do feel stronger effects from them retrograde. So it's about communicating, right? Mercury is about communicating. It's also about going back and finishing the things or revisiting the things, the situations, repairing, refixing, or kind of like concluding things that need to happen. So I think until like the 20th of January, we will be in this energy. So be sure to make sure not to start too many new things. You know, this is a common misconception right now at this time because it's a new year. People want to start new things, and actually, it's a terrible time for starting new things. Yeah, it's more like let's buckle down, let's get everything in order, everything that needs to be finished. That way, the next phase, you know, when we get to like February, Marchish, you know, it will be how to like create more longevity, you know, more sustainability with those projects and everything, because now there won't be anything, won't be pushing forward to do it right now. There won't be anything incomplete, you know, because it's like completion of everything right now, getting everything ready. And that is the energy. So we also started off the beginning of the year with Venus and Pluto conjunct. So Venus is also the goddess of love and softness and gentleness, and Pluto is kind of like transformation, you know, like death, underworld. So it's like the focus, you know, with looking at the map of all of everything, the planets where they are right now, the focus is going to be based on us doing the work that is involved in our interpersonal love, relationships, the things that bring us joy, right? And that can be done, like I said, to work, to where you live, how your bedroom is set up, like even what you're eating, dietary. Everything can be changing. It's like, how are we loving or taking care of ourselves, and have we done the inner work to move through with that, you know? And the Mercury is all about the mental, the mind, you know. Have we cut down or shed away the thought of, you know, these negative thoughts of, oh, you know, I'm not good enough, or, you know, other people do the same thing, maybe they do it better, maybe I'm worse, like whatever these, you know, things are, this mental diarrhea that we run on ourselves, right? So these are the things for us right now. So when you're feeling frustration, like when you're feeling frustration with other people and other things like this, do not focus on what was said. Focus on how you felt and why, like what exactly caused you to feel that way. And then go backwards and revert and do the work based on that, because it doesn't have to do with a specific person, with a specific thing, with a specific whatever. You're going to find that these things are being triggered right now. So that's why I give these downloads, right? The more you know, because when we have information, we can make better choices and also learn to respond and not react, especially when we know that something's going to kind of be coming through. What else is happening? So yeah, you guys are, I'm sure you guys are all feeling a push. We've had Jupiter in Aries. So this is a planet of expansion and a planet of let's do stuff. You know, so let's just finish doing all the stuff that we already started. This is kind of the idea here. And then you'll see everything kind of shifting. Pluto will even shift out of, Pluto's been in Capricorn, I think, for, I don't know, over a decade, almost 2 decades or something. And it will be shifting out of Capricorn finally into Aquarius. And that will change everything, right? It will be like, instead of needing to fucking regiment and fix and organize, everything will actually be able to like move with it, feel with it, build upon it. So, anyways, guys, yeah, I'm sure you're feeling a lot of energy. Remember to be attentive, do the things that you need to do for yourself. Rest if you feel rested, if you feel called to eat a specific thing, to do specific movement, whatever it may be, kind of really feel into it, ground into it. Or having higher frequencies, come in and, let's just accept them for being beautiful and for being what they are. Cards. I don't see anybody on today, so I don't know. Nobody has questions. I'm kind of in a weird time because my computer's being silly. So, messages for the collective regarding the full moon. Mary Magdalene, the teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. So this is like an important aspect that's coming through very loudly too. Is like, what is bringing you passion? Like, if you weren't paid to do your job, if you weren't paid to do the thing that you say you love to do, would you still do it? What would be the thing that you can contribute or share with the collective? Imagine if there was no monetary exchange, what would be your energetic exchange, right? I mean, everybody has something different to offer. And that's really about what this energy is about. Like, if nothing else mattered except for the thing that you had the most fire and passion about internally, like, you know, what would it be? And feel into it. And feel into like what your truth is, like this is all about, it's not comfortable work, right? Pluto is not, it's not comfortable work, but it's about doing the inner work. It's like, we want to be past this. We don't want to be holding any of this stuff in anymore. Messages for the collective. Please and thank you. Yeah, and really focusing on self, like taking care of ourselves. This is all about this new path that we're blazing, that we're forging. It's not about being selfish or being overly into self. It's about taking care of self, because when we learn more, when we grow more, when we expand more, when we deal with our own things, we're actually collectively helping, because we are focusing our energy on what it needs to be focused on, not being distracted. So yeah, there's a new path. There's a new path that's being offered. We have the Ace of Water, the Two of Fire, and the Ace of Air. So that's the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, with the Two of Fire in the middle. That's the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is talking really about our new paths, our new journeys or adventures that await us. And make sure that we are approaching them with love, but make sure what we're doing also, make sure the action that we're taking is one towards something that we love, right? That we absolutely feel 100% all of the love, all of the passion, all of it. I don't know. I'm trying to get the light here, but and that's what they're saying. It's very strong, very strong. Next, we have the Seven of Air, the Page of Air, and the Two of Earth. So, like, We can either avoid the things that we need to do and hope that someone is going to reach out or offer us something or do something, or we can actually figure out how to take action and how to ask, how to receive, how to ask for the things to be able to receive the things that we want, and how to feel comfortable in our being, in our truth, asking for those things, having our needs met, having our requests fulfilled, and not feeling like there's any reason we should feel bad about it, right? Next, we have the 7 of water, the 9 of fire, and the 2 of water. There's a lot of options and a lot of people and a lot of situations out there. And, every day we're faced with a multitude of choices, right? And we're not sure, like, I don't know if you can see this. My light is so bad. Like, what are we going to choose, right? What are we going to choose? And it all goes back to what brings you that spark within? What helps you let down your defenses? What just lights you up? What just opens you up? Like lets down your guard, puts you in a space of like open truth, like vulnerability, right? Like what, who, where, what is it that you really love? The 2 of water, that's the 2 of cups, that ultimately, because now we're moving on. Because now we're moving on to the space of where we have to have something to offer. We need to know that society is now what we created. Will not remain the same as we know it. So the 2 of air, we have a choice. To answer the call, to make the judgment, to make the decision. Look at that. 2, 2, 2, 2, 12. And stop holding on to things that don't serve us. The Hanged Man is all about like also a revelation, not just holding on to things, but like a revelation or a turning point, right? So it's something that we already know, that we've already known. These aren't new things. These are things that are just coming up and we're feeling them. And the emotions are moving very strongly right now because it wants us to pay attention. Why do you think pain reacts a certain way? Why do you think our body reacts a certain way? Why do you think when you get hurt, releases more adrenaline to keep your brain alive and running? Like, it's a very delicate system. So let's learn to work in conjunction with all of the guidance that we can, as much as we can, guys. If you haven't hit like or subscribe to my channel, please do. It's free for you and it really helps let other viewers know, to find my content, right? To put the content out there, to also get information. Let's pull a few oracle cards. Messages collected. So, first we have the observer. So like make sure, watch, observe, pay close attention to how you feel with everything going on. After you eat, after you have a conversation, after you engage with somebody, after you do some work, after you sleep in your room, whatever. Observe. TikTok. The time is running out. What you also need to do is work on all the unfinished business, all the unfinished symphonies, all the things that we haven't completed. That's what we need to be doing now. Not starting new things, not giving ourselves big, crazy tasks and regiments and all this stuff. And I'm going to talk about ways that we can actually help ourselves, especially in this energy for the new year. I'm going to make another video based on that and like psychological kind of like tricks on what we can do to help our brain for new things. But as far as this energy right now, we need to be working on the unfinished symphony, finishing, completing. And that's exactly what full moons are about. Completions, culminations, chop wood, complete doing the work, do the work. Do the work so you don't feel alone anymore. So you can actually call in the people, the situations, the places that you want. And the people with the loyal hearts that are in matching frequency with you will arrive. Oh, look at this, beautiful. To co-create and regenerate. That's beautiful, you guys. Okay. As always, I appreciate all of your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Infinite blessings, love, and light. All of my information is in the information box below. If you want to book a session or a private reading, make sure to do it. I have a whole new audience and they're booking up pretty fast, you guys. I've been pretty off grid because it's been busy here. So I'm so grateful. And yeah, tune in, check out. I'm going to drop another video, about New Year's things and what we can do. All right. Ciao for now.